was wondering, what did you make of the scene yesterday when Republican Senator Tim Sheehy helped break that Marine's arm as he was saying we shouldn't go to war for Israel? Did you see that scene?
I saw it, and my heart breaks for that man. Yeah, the police here are trying to keep people safe. I think the politician would have been better just to stay out of it. It's a very bad visual, and it's just a terrible thing that happened.
What do you think? I mean, you talk about visuals. What do you think of the visual of a Marine saying we shouldn't go to war for Israel? I mean, you just mentioned how Marco Rubio suggests as much. For a Marine to make that protest and for his arm to be broken by a Republican who's in support of this war, what do you think of that image for the American people who might be skeptical of this war?
It's a bad image, and it may be symbolic. I'm following that Marine on social media now because I'm interested in what he has to say. I mean, he's a man who served his country, as far as I know, and so I'm interested in hearing his thoughts.
Yes, there's some talk among some of your colleagues in Congress for a supplemental for the war, to give them even more money to carry out this war. What would you say to that?
Well, some people say that Congress does fulfill its role of authorizing a war when they fund it. I would argue that that's an abdication still of our role when you just throw money at it and you don't give the service members what they deserve, which is a full debate on the floor of the House about what the objectives are and how long the war might last and whether, for instance, it's constrained geographically to a region. Then you are not doing your service to the military members who are serving, because they deserve to know if you do A, B, and C, these are the objectives, then we're going to bring you home when you're done. And you don't get that with a funding bill. It's just more money that mostly goes straight to military-industrial complex. And then that's the problem that you get into. You can't, when you put your troops out there, it's hard not to fund them. But this should have been authorized by Congress to start.
There's reports that the war is costing $1 billion a day.
It's at least costing $1 billion a day. You can count the missiles in the video. People back home, they're already feeling it in gas prices, and then they're going to feel it in grocery prices, and eventually housing prices and interest rates as our debt goes up. We spent $8 trillion in the Middle East already. This thing could get into $1 trillion real quick. And that goes straight to our debt. So it's bad financially, but it's also, I just don't think we have clear policy of, after we obliterate the Iranian government and the Iranian military, then what? What do you do after that? I don't think we're going to be successful at nation building.